If you're a heating and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what is a danger with an overly excited buyer that you need to know about, and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live from Sacramento, California, on a perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to come to you live for HVAC technician sales secrets. So here's the thing. There's going to be a point in your near future where you meet with a buyer and their energy is up, like there is an energy up, and you're like, this is pretty cool. I like the energy, but I want you to shift the way that you think about the energy. The person that you're meeting with may have their energy up as a disguise. And what it is it's their way to be excited about a purchase, or it's their way to have nervous energy. And so in your mind, you're like, hey, buyer, super excited. What I don't need to do is I don't need to give a presentation. What I don't need to do is ask questions. What I don't need to do is do my process. And I'm going to share something with you. I want you to think of this as nervous energy, right? So if somebody came to you super nervous, you wouldn't speed up your process. You would actually slow it down, and you would take some time. And so anytime that anybody comes to me and they're overly excited, my brain goes, wait a minute, time out. This could be true. They may be super excited. They may have gathered whatever intel that they need, but the chances of that are pretty small. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow this down. I'm going to make sure that I am not going super fast through my sales process. I'm going to make sure that I'm taking the time that I need, and I'm going to ask a ton of questions. Okay, so tell me about your buying. And, they may try to gloss it over and get you to speed up. And the reason I bring this up, and the reason I'm sharing about this nervous energy, is I recently met with a business owner, and he was like, hey, Scott, I want you to work with my team. And I said, okay, and he was super excited. And my brain starts going, time out, right? Don't get me wrong. I love spending money on clothes. I love spending money on shoes, but like most people don't get overly excited about spending a lot of money on sales training or coaching or executive training. And so, right, I did the right thing. I slowed things down. And then I found out what the true objection was. It was a way for him to overshadow what the objection was. And he didn't realize he was doing it. And this right here is why you should join my email publication. I'll give you the goods. Not the Facebook group, not the YouTube channel. You go to that URL right here. Go to this URL. Type it into a browser. It'll ask you for your name and your email address, maybe a phone number. So the next time that you're with an overly excited buyer, they probably have a really good personality. And they may seem like they're a lot of fun, right? They may seem like what's going on, but the way that you could tell this is there is a push, like there's a weird push to have things happen fast, right? You're going to sit there and you're going to go like 95% of this feels right. 95% of this feels perfect. 95% of this feels like this person really wants to buy, right? So start asking some consequence questions. Start asking like, what happens if we don't do this? What would be the ramifications if we put this on hold? And the reason I say this and the reason that I bring all this up is a lot of times when that person is overly excited and they're camouflaging their fears, you get to the very end and you're going to get, I want to think about it, or you're going to get to the very end and have them go, well, thanks for taking the time to meet with me. And the next thing you know, you're like, wait a minute. What just happened? What is this? It seemed like this person was 100% on board. Seemed like they were super excited. Yeah, they were. And I'm going to just reiterate this again. It's because they were masking their nervous energy. So from here on out, you meet with Mr. Smith, Mrs. Jones, Mr. Jones, and they become overly excited about your product and service, and you're not taking them to an amusement park. Slow down the process. Start asking some questions. Start taking them through like, hey, if this happens, then what? If we do this, then how does this bridge the gap? Just realize that there's times where your brain plays tricks on you and you think that that person's going to make the purchase. You think that that person's going to buy from you, and you think that they're your ideal buyer. And at the end of the day, they're not, unless you slow things down, right? This is how you end up on a call with a sales manager and they're like, hey, what happened? Like, I felt like everything was good. You got nervous energy out of the deal. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, you know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.